God gave them a strong delusion because they didn't already allow
Shalom,
something in
shalom.
them that altered them.
Man, it's been a while. It's been a while. And I ain't even gonna fake. Man, this battle, this spiritual warfare, man, it been getting the best of me, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So for all y'all out there who going through, man, like I said, man, don't let the devil steal your joy. Don't let the devil steal what God told you to do. And that's what I've been contemplating in my mind. Like, how do I continue this battle, you know, in the right frame of mind? And it's like at the end of the day, I got a purpose. I got a reason that I'm still here. And that's to be able to spread the good news. There's so many people that comes to the understanding and come to this knowledge of who God is and where we supposed to go. And there's so many people that just say, you know what? I don't want that. I don't want the accountability. I don't want what's going to happen to me when I cross over that side. I want to be able to do me. So they stick to the Victor Crowley, Aleister Crowley type mentality is, I'm going to do what I want. Do what thou wilt. Me personally, I mean, I'm sold out. You feel me? I don't have no shame in my game. I'm not sitting here trying to mix and mingle, you know. I try my best to keep a straight face. I ain't gonna say I'm top notch with this, because I'm still battling, you feel me? And most of the time I'm battling myself. You feel me? But I just put this out here because at the end of the day, this is what I supposed to have been doing. And I allowed him to knock me off focus. I allowed this nigga to get in my head. I allowed this nigga to get in my heart and make me sit up there have hatred because the world got hatred. But you gotta understand that this is the plan of the enemy. Divide and conquer. God already said he got to divide the wheat and the tare. He got to divide the sheep from the goat. But you call me a lion, because at the end of the day, I've been sitting here grinding. I've been sitting here moving. I've been sitting here doing what I'm supposed to do. So I ain't got no need to sitting here worried about whatever the world got feelings about me, about whatever they gonna feel, they gonna feel. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? And I don't mean to cuss. I try to keep it clean, because I do got a better vocab. But sometimes, man, when that fight in this war, in this battle, get to where it get to, you gotta pull out that inner strength. You gotta pull out that inner mind. You feel me? Because the enemy, he ain't gonna stop 24/7, 24/7. He gonna keep knocking. But understand, I serve a good God. And at the end of the day, this ain't where my life gonna stop at. I'm energy. So once this body gone, I transfer. I just know where I want to transfer to. Now, for all the gangsters and the big bad wolves and all those who say, oh, I don't care about hell. Well, I can do hellfire. I can do the lake of fire. But do you, Slim? But don't hate us for doing what we do. It's like the world, everybody can be gay. You know, you could go want to fondle a little child. But as soon as a dude say, look, I'm trying to change my ways. I'm trying to be right. I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to do. Oh, everybody looking at you sideways. I said, where's the common sense gone? Ain't nobody got no more sense, because a lot of them took that demon juice. And like God said, those who have been disobedient to me, that demon juice going to affect them. And that's what's going on right now. Everything has been implemented so that way, you might as well say, his whole way of doing things, man, it's happening, man. And it's crazy because, you know, we talk about this, especially me growing up, going to the church, and they always talk about, yeah, the end days, the end days. Man, it's literally here right now. And I got to stand strong because, like I said, I got a family that I got worried about. I ain't worried about what the world worried about. They can hate me. They can do whatever they want to do to me. I really don't give a fuck no more. And again, like I said, forgive me for cursing, but at the end of the day, I'm going to keep striving. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Like I said, I ain't out here killing nobody. I ain't out here off no big bad wolf trying to be no gangster or nothing. But do understand, you know, I'm human too. And that's why I say that's why my battle is so hard, because, you know, All my life, I had to fight. All my life, I had to surrender. I had to survive on my own. So to sit here and say, look, man, I'm giving you this, God, I'm letting you do this, that ain't easy to do. But as a man, I understand. He's before me, then my wife, then my kids. I will never sit here and say that I'm the smartest person in the world, because I know I'm not. I'm learning every day. But I know what I need to do. And that's, one, pay attention to him. Because like you say, stay focused on the things above and not on the things below. Store up your treasures for the things above and not below. See, all this going to go away. Once I'm dead and gone, this is still going to be here. Whoever chooses whoever going to be here, they got to deal with the repercussions of that tribulation and all that stuff that's going to come after. All I want to know is hear him say, well done, my good, faithful servant. But I got to work on some things on myself, you feel me? And I'm a transparent person, you know, and I be honest. Like I said, lust and pride been the main two things that the enemy been battling with me about. Because in my mind, I keep feeling like, man, I can still go back and be the old me. But like you said, once the old man's dead, he's dead and gone. So you cannot go back. Because the only thing you're going to go back and do is bring more devils. And that's the only thing I did. And that's why my fight been so hard. Because I've been delaying my gift. I've been delaying what he's had for me. Because I want to keep going back doing things that I don't need to do. I've been paying attention to the unnecessary stuff. So like I said, I thank my Father every day because he ain't gave up on me. I thank my Father every day because even through my storm and even through the bullshit that I go through, he still blessed me. And like he said, if I was of the world would love me. But I'm not of the world. So that's why they hate me. But I ain't worried about them hating me. They can keep doing what they doing, wasting all the energy they want to. And I say this because I know I got other brothers and sisters that's going through the same thing around this world. And I got people who sit up there so-called supposed to be big, bad gangsters, but you rather blend in with everybody. You rather do what everybody else doing. I never could be that type. And I just had to realize that, you know. I never fitted in since I came out my mother coochie. I was always different. I was always, that dude was decided to do his own thing. I never went with the crowd. And like he said, that road to hell, it's wide. It's this narrow road that I'm trying to stay on. You feel me? I ain't even gonna say I'm trying. I am staying on.
So let me get this right. You got the demon juice.
But I gotta keep encouraging myself. You feel me? Because I don't have nobody around me to encourage me day to day to tell me, oh, you're doing good. Stay on that path. But I do come across some good, genuine people who do tell me. But they not with me every day. They not with me every second. They not with me every minute. But see, I'm paying attention to the world again. But when God is already giving me all the encouragement that I need. I know the world want to say we retarded. They want to say we slow. They want to say we soft because we choose to do what we want to do. I'm a grown man. So if I choose that I want to sit here and praise God, if I sit here and say this is the life that I'm going to live, this is what I'm going to live. Ain't nobody going to knock me off of that. And I just keep telling the enemy the same thing.
To protect yourself from it.
You're not going to knock me off of my path from which I'm going on. Call me what you want. Feel how you feel about me. Long as I know I'm not dying in my sins, I'm all right. I'm cool. It's just crazy. Because I look at it like God said the man supposed to be the head. He put us on here to basically have dominion over everything. But we sit here lacking understanding. We sit here wasting our time on the stupid things, the materialistic things of this world. When we got something way bigger and better, but we not paying attention to that. We want that instant gratification. We want it now. This that microwave world. Then there's so many people, oh, I'm with this new age belief. I want to be a Buddhist. I want to be spiritual. But like he said, don't put no other God before me. I am a jealous God. So we all try to justify a reason to be able to do what we want to do, basically. Like I said, man, the more I wake up and the more I see this world for what it is, I just be like, damn. You know, thank you, God. Thank you for waking me up. You never said that this fight was going to be easy. I never knew what I was getting into when you called me and chose me.
And I don't even think people know what we on the cuff of.
But this here right here, man, I thank him every day for it. Because I know that I'm doing something right. I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. That's why I get all the resistance that I get. That's why I get all the hate that I get. Because I'm not doing what everybody else doing. My focus is on my Heavenly Father. My focus is on making sure my responsibilities are being taken care of so my family can be able to do what they want to do. I don't trip off of doing nothing. Because it ain't nothing in this world that I care to do. If I choose to step out here, then that's what I do. If I choose to sit in the house, that's what I do. If I choose to come out here and sit on a park and just read my Bible, that's what I do. I don't sit up there and knock another nigga or another person about what they do. You want to go play with your butt in the pool. You want to go, like I said, I don't have that time. I don't have that type of luxury to sit up here and worry about what the next man doing. I really don't get it. But at the end of the day, it's not for me to get. At the end of the day, I didn't put me in this situation, you know, as far as where I'm at right now. Now, the things that I've done before then, yeah, I put myself here. You feel me? All the sins that I've committed, all the wrongs that I've done. And if God was really, how can I say, I don't want to say a vindictive God, but if he could have took me out then. While I was still in the streets doing the things that I know I need not to do. I just don't get it. It's like, when do you click in your mind and say, look, this is kind of stupid. This ain't what I'm trying to be doing. I need to change. But see, we don't worry about other people that we affect, especially like our family, especially like our kids, like our children. I just look at the generation underneath us all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, because I done came across some youngest who I can actually have a good conversation with that has more conversation than people who's supposed to be adults. And I'm like, damn, if a youngin can see this clear than somebody who's supposed to be 30, 40, 50, and 60, then what the hell do we got left, you know? Because I'm like, you got these adults acting like kids, and you got some of these kids who's acting more adult.
Hey, better believe there's going to be an event that takes place.
Like I said, I don't do too much speaking because at the end of the day, I feel like Moses most of the time. I don't have that intellectual, you know, vocabulary. You know, and somebody told me, they was like, man, one person can say something, then another person can say something. You know, maybe people don't always perceive or take what I dish out, because maybe I'm not putting it out right. But I can't worry about that, man. Even if I touch one person, if I could change one person, if I could touch one person, then I'm doing my job. Like I said, it ain't all about just about God. It's about putting your mind right.
It's not a distraction. They have to tell you what they.
When the fuck do you know? And again, forgive me for cussing, but I got to, because this shit just don't make no sense. When do you get to the point? Especially, I talk to the men more so. Like, all right, I'm just tired of doing this. I'm sitting here whoring around all day. I'm sitting here drinking all day. I'm sitting here wasting time all day. Only thing I'm worried about is materialistic shit.
Instead of people just growing fearful.
But I'm not understanding. But I thank God for giving me the time that He give me with myself to understand that I don't need nothing but Him, because He been providing for me.
You're supposed to be paying attention.
And I know the devil, he constantly want to keep nicking and nagging and keep doing what he's doing. But I don't care. I really don't.
Allowing people to, coerce you to do something.
You know, at first, I ain't gonna lie, it did bother me. It did have me in my feelings. It did have me upset. It did have me feeling this which way. Because, again, nobody teaches you this stuff. Nobody tell you that this is what you're going to be into. Nobody tell you once you accept God that, yeah, you got to go through this battle. You know, I grew up in church. They always made it seem like you accept God, then everything going to be lolly-dolly and good and all this. No, that's only those who half walking, those casual Christians. But when you really about this walk, when you really about what you say, just like if a dude step in a game, he going to be really about that game. But understand, you better learn about what you're getting into.
They're getting prepared for domestic.
And I think that's where I messed up.
To overthrow an unlegitimate.
Because I didn't do more studying before I made that covenant with God. But he has a way of getting us where he needs to get us. He has a way to grabbing us up the way he gonna grab us up. So at the end of the day, this was his purpose. This was his will. This was what he wanted to be done. I can't fight with him. I can't argue with him. Only thing I can do is sit here and listen and make sure I'm being obedient. Like he said, Deuteronomy 28, man. And for those who don't understand, we are the only culture of people, and I'm talking to black people, that don't really have an origin. If you read the Bible, you understand where our origin come from. That's why we have so much of the blessings and curses like he was talking about. And Deuteronomy 28, what did he say? He said, if you listen to me, you'll get the blessings. But if you be disobedient, you're going to get the curses. And then we want to believe, oh, this is the slave master mentality, the Bible and all that. No, that's why he say, study to show thyself approved. We go to church Sunday, let the pastor tell us all this and that he want to tell us, but we don't go home, we don't get into our word, we don't go home, we don't talk to him. The only time we talk to him is when we in trouble. We treat him like a genie. He's not a genie. He want a relationship just like if you was in a relationship with your significant other. He want to be able to know you just like you should be able to know him. I just don't understand why that is so hard for people to understand or comprehend or to do. But again, to each his own, and like I had to realize, yeah, God created everything. He created everybody. But that don't mean everybody is his child. Everybody ain't his chosen. And like he said, I choose my strongest warriors, soldiers, to go through my toughest battles. So when I look back on my life and I think about coming out the womb, like I said, man, he been trying to snuff me out before I even came out my mother coochie. He been trying to get rid of me for the longest. Now he just trying to, he want to play on my mental. Make it seem like I'm crazy. Make it seem like I'm deranged. Make it seem like I'm the one who's, no. Because at the end of the day, he gives me enough wisdom to know. And I thank him because he gave me so many gifts as well. Anything I asked from my Father, he done gave me. So can't nobody turn me away or deter me from being able to worship, talk to, praise, none of that when it comes to my God. And I'm talking about Alpha and Omega. I'm talking about Abba. That's the only father I have. Because my earthly father, who knows, man? He choosing to do what he want to do with his life. I ain't here to hound nobody. You know, and the enemy try to play on that because he know that I've dealt with that. You know, that rejection, that abandonment, being alone and all that, you know, because those was the things that he knew he could play on because he knew I wasn't in the streets no more. So like, I can't put you in that scenario. I can't put you in this situation. So I'm just going to put you in a situation where the whole world just don't want to F with you. And that's cool. You know, you feel me? It is what it is. One thing I had to understand, I came in this world by myself. I'm going to leave by myself. Of course, you know, we here. We supposed to be able to fellowship with one another. We supposed to be able to be here for one another. But like he said in the book, in the end times, people's hearts are going to grow cold. It's the land of the lawless. Nobody really have love for nobody. It's all about hatred, or it's more so what you can do for me. If you can't do nothing for me, F you. Straight like that. I just get tired of seeing the youngins dying off, not even having a chance. Because that's how hard the enemy working. He like, let me grab them up while they young. Let me get them before they can even make that conscious decision to say, young, I want to change my life. And see, the crazy part is because I thought the same way. I seen the older people before me, and they used to say, you know what, I lived my life a little bit. Now I can give my life over to God. But the way that it's set up now, we don't have that type of time. We don't have that type of luxury. Because he's trying to get them as early as he can get them.
Is it really a conspiracy theory?
And like I said, we see this, but it's like we like I said, he put that strong delusion over a lot of people, you know. And just like he did with Nebuchadnezzar, you know, he gave him that reprobated mindset. For 7 years, he had to be like a beast. So I look at all these people with the reprobated mindset that already undertook the mark of the beast, and already accepted it. Because at the end of the day, they love this world way more than they love the God. You know, and I pray for the world, and I still sit up here and ancestor prayers for the world, because at the end of the day, I don't have no hate for nobody. I don't have no dislike for nobody. I don't know nobody that well to be able to say I hate you. But I understand, because I am a chosen one, and that my light is bright. That's why I'm going to get all the hate. And it's sad because I look at the parents, how they teach their children. But I just say, how is it cool for the LGBT whatever community to be able to cancel culture, anything that they don't like, and we be so cool with it? But soon as somebody talk about what they believe in or how they feel about their walk, oh, they get so much hate, so much animosity. But what he say in the Bible? They rejected me, so they gonna reject you. They hated me, so they gonna hate you.
But the reason why they're aiming at the right, because those are the most patriotic. They actually want to kill the patriotic spirit, because they don't want people to be.
I'm not going, you know, sit up here and say that
In the spirit of America is
I was prepared for this, because I wasn't. Not at all. Even though he told me to prepare, I just didn't know what I was preparing for. But like I said, to be all honesty, I think if I knew what I was getting into, I might have would have ran the other way and said, you know what, nah. So that's why he don't reveal what you gonna go through, because once you in the storm, you in the storm. But if you see the storm coming, you gonna kind of try to go the opposite direction.
So they gotta kill the spirit of patriotism. They gotta get you not being willing to protest.
And I look at the world, man, and I just see like how we are so under, how can I say, monitoring. But it's the chosens who under more monitoring than anything. Like I said, how they did Malcolm X. As soon as he came to the truth and the knowledge and understanding, they had to get rid of him. You know, Pac, that's my man. But as soon as he was trying to come conscious, they got rid of him. They don't believe in no black messiahs. That's not what they worried about right now. They worry about exterminating a whole culture. They worry about exterminate a whole chosen. And it's so much that's up against us, man, it don't even make sense. And it's worse when we up against each other.
Everything that we seeing going on, we don't have to endure this.
But like the book said, he who endures to the end.
Somebody said, I do remember pledging allegiance to the flag in grade school. Yeah, they don't have that no more.
And I know it's not gonna get easier, and I know it's just gonna get worse. I know it's gonna get harder. I know the pressure is on. But like they say, either pressure gonna pump pipes or pressure gonna make a diamond. And Slim, you gonna make me a diamond. That's how I look at it. Cause I want my crown. And it's sad because I look at these youngins like, man, so many parents sitting up here working, while your children raising themselves, or I should say, while the tablets raising them, while the world is raising them. And the things that we watch and the things that we see and we deem that to be okay. You got little youngers out here twerking. Little girls sitting here want to, be fast. Little youngers sitting up here talking about, man, yeah, I'm trying to catch some bodies. I'm trying to do this. Like, no, none of that makes sense to me, Mo. But this is the new world order. This is the new way of things. And Lord, was I ready? Hell no. You could tell a person, the storm is coming, the storm is coming, the storm is coming. But if you're not properly prepared for that storm can still catch you off guard. You know, I really had to sit back and I had to contemplate and I had to work on myself before I even step out and try to sit up there and do his will, because at the end of the day, I've seen men of God who had to go out here and take the ridicule, take getting spit in their face, had to take getting punched, had to take getting kicked in their ass, had to take all this stuff and still be strong to move on and be about God. And honestly, like I said, I wasn't there. My pride was too high. And I still was dealing with infidelity, lust, because I felt like, man, I just wanted a piece of me, a piece of the old me. I still wanted to feel like I can go back. But once you out the matrix, you is out the matrix. Ain't no going back. Once the system know who you are, you tag for life. Until you ain't breathing no more. You got a whole rock of Agent Smiths, and they come in all different sizes and forms. It might be an animal. It might be a child. It might be an adult. It might be an old ass woman. It might be an old ass man. You just don't know who Agent Smith gonna be. On top of the Agent Smiths that you got all these demonic spirits. And like I said, when you go back and you dabbling, you can clean your house out, and then you go back and dabble into the sin of the old man. You just did nothing but brought more demons. And that's what I did. I brought more demons to this battle that I'm already in, that I'm sitting here trying to do on my own. No, let me take that back. In my mind, my carnal mind, I'm doing it on my own. But I know it's only my Father who's with me, who's helping me get through. You don't understand. I'm so much when it comes to these demons other than a man of God. I'm a bitch ass nigga. I'm a weirdo. I'm a fuck boy. I'm a lame. But see, that's cool. That is so cool.
I think Shot got it.
Because again, I'm not here to win no contest. I'm not here to try to prove nothing. You know, I'm not here to make nobody see me other than any light than what they want to see me in.
Here are two swords, and he said unto them, it is enough. Yes, indeed. He said, yeah.
Like I said, the only thing that kind of catch me off guard most of the time is I look at it's the older folks. Then my people, I'm like, how you hating on a young black man who ain't out here shooting up clubs, who ain't out here selling drugs, who ain't out here doing the wrong thing, but he doing the right thing. That's why I know the world has been flipped upside fucking down. Because if I was out here glorifying killing and I was out here glorifying effing the whole rack of females and or the money, oh, I get praised. That's why I look at this world like it's really different. Like I really went to sleep and woke up and this joint got turned upside down. Because when I grew up, you know, they commended you for doing the right things, for doing what you're supposed to do. Now they look at you sideways, they look at you left. Like I said, man. When they said New World Order, and my whole mind frame was a whole system. I mean, it's still gearing to that system, but like they said, they gotta be able to get everybody on board, and those who ain't on board, they gotta weave them out. And like I said, you gonna take that marker, you gonna take that 666, or you gonna get your head chopped off. That's it, man. You gotta chop my head off. Come on and chop it off. Because I'm not taking the mark. I'm going to worship my God until there ain't no breath left in me. And I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, what I've been doing.
It's a difference between me and the camera with my finger all on the trigger pointing at it with no shirt on, with tattoos.
But I just put this out there for those who in this battle, in this fight, who are woke and not out here with the rest of these zombies. Or the rest of the people who still want to be sleeping in the Matrix because it's comfortable. Who was it in the Matrix? I think it was the first Matrix. I think it was Cypher. Yeah, his name was Cypher, and he had met up with Agent Smith, and he wanted to get back in the Matrix. And like he said, he knew that steak wasn't real. He knew nothing on that plate was real. But it was just better than being outside and being woke. It was better than having a target on your back every day you wake up because you woke, I guess. You know, you doing the right things versus the wrong things. Yeah, I understand these tools that we using. It's the enemy's tools, but see, I'm gonna use it for the purpose of what God gave it to us to use it for. And like I said, even if I don't touch nothing but one person with this, or wake up one person with this, I'm cool with that. Like I said, this is a battle, but I already know who won the war. We got the victory. But I'm also thankful for it because, like I said, this right here also had to humble me. It had to change me. It had to build up my character. Now, am I going to say every day, it's going to be hunky-dory? Nope. But if I take myself out of myself and surrender,
how to work with the local population,
then cool.
He's literally telling on himself.
And I get it wherever I go. My light brown is so bright. They like, get that nigga up out of here. Why that nigga even around here? Why that nigga here? Because I can do whatever my father told me I can do.
He's literally telling you what they're training for. Listen,
it's so crazy though, man. Because I'm like, a nigga can worship Satan, and he could be cool in the community. A nigga could be a pedophile, and he could be cool in the community. A nigga can sell drugs, and he could be cool in the community. But you got a nigga like me who said, look, all I want to do is just worship God, mind my business, do what I got to do. And it's like, get his ass up out of here. We don't want that round here. We don't do that round here. Really? Like I said, it don't make no sense to me, man. And the more I try to wrap my carnal mind around it, it ain't gonna never make no sense. I can't drive myself crazy like that. I just take it for what it is. All my life, I had to fight. I always had to try to prove something. I'm tired of that, man. The only person I need to prove something to is the man upstairs. And that's one that's just staying on his walk. And yes, I understand that I'm under surveillance 24/7. So as soon as I do something wrong, oh, they're going to be so quick to say, oh, I told you. He ain't about that. But like he said, even though I'm walking this walk, I'm still going to have my stumblings. I'm still going to have my flaws. I'm still going to make mistakes because I'm still in this flesh.
That's what it is, man. Let's get that off the screen. They tell on themselves all the time. All the time.
And so until I'm out this flesh, I'm still going to be bound to sin.
24 verse 22. And except those days should be short.
So shalom, shalom, shalom. This is my piece of encouragement. I know I didn't really put no scriptures into this one. Because like I said, man, those who are the chosen, y'all know the words. We know the words. But sometimes we just need to encourage each other. It's strength in numbers, as I always say. And until we can get a community where, you know, we got more people like us, like-minded people,
it's crazy how
who just want to be able to worship God
the delusion is so strong
and live life.
Minds have been blinded.
We're going to have to keep going through what we're going through.
They're not seeing what's going on.
I always say, man, I feel like, you know, I woke up in the twilight zone. Or sometimes I feel like, man, this might be a nightmare. Or I feel like sometimes, man, look, I done died somewhere, and this is my hell. But at the end of the day, it was I'm going to end with this. It was a Twilight. I said Twilight. Yeah. Twilight Zone show. I can't really remember the name of it, but I remember the bride woke up. And when she woke up, you know, she had her face covered. They had like gauze and all that around her face, whatever you want to call that. So you didn't really get to see the doctors and the nurses until like closely to the end. But she had a normal face. You feel me? When she woke up, her face was normal. And everybody else's face was kind of deformed, messed up. But they looked at her weird, like she was something strange. And told her, you know, that it's a community full of people just like you.
Told the whole world that there's too many people in the world.
But she didn't want to go there because she felt like, oh, I'm weird, I'm strange.
How is that?
You know, I need to be here with y'all, amongst y'all. And I say that because it's a lot of people with a deformity. It's not on the outside, but it's mostly on the inside. You got a lot of zombie people out here who's spiritually dead. You know, they don't have no empathy. They don't have no sympathy for nothing no more. Like I said, it's just like F the next man. And I tell the Lord every day, man, help me to get over that. Even when I'm getting the middle finger thrown at me, or when I'm getting somebody trying to swerve in my lane, whatever they might be doing, just to be ignorant. Just give me, you know, allow me to be able to walk the way you want me to walk.
A lot of people are going to die.
It's so crazy, you know. You would think a person with principles and morals will be more respected.
But I'm telling you the truth.
But that's not what people respecting now. Everybody's respecting the savage. Everybody respecting the man who's all about himself. He's being selfish. He's not even worried about his family. And I just feel like, what type of man is that? Because that's not a man to me. If I got something going on, you feel me? I want to make sure that it is involving my family. Especially if I'm a family man. Now, if you just out here, you doing you, hey, that's even more reason why you need to be coming unto God. Because you don't really have all them temptations other than being a free man. Man, but my rejection started at home, so what the world do, ain't much I can even worried about that. You feel me? Like you say, when you the black sheep of the family, they kind of prepare you for what the world gonna hit you with. Man, like I said, shalom. Hope this will help somebody. If anybody watch it.